What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge after arguably what is the best performance of the year by the Oklahoma Sooners tonight against West Virginia. A game that, as it started, you were wondering what is going on as West Virginia drives down the field. But wow, what resiliency, what unity displayed tonight by the Oklahoma Sooners. Thanks for joining us on the Sooner Surge Double Trouble here. Love the chats already coming in. And I tell you what, Texas just going to squeak one out again.
Gonna
That's
squeak it out.
disappointing. But what we have to talk about is what the Sooners did tonight. Dylan Gabriel matches the number on his jersey with 8 TDs, 5 throwing in the air, 3 on the ground. Obviously, the offense was elite tonight, guys. They spread the ball around the field more. They made bigger plays. I mean, I don't know what else you can say. They went with one running back for the most part. Personnel decisions were better. They didn't have penalties, didn't drop balls. You name it, they did much better. Gabriel sat in the pocket better and found guys down the field better. I just think tonight was elite across the board.
Yeah, it just begs the question, where's it been the last 2 weeks? That's the frustrating part.
It's been a combination of all of it, Jay.
And it's frustrating, but they looked great tonight, looked great going away, dominating. That's what you like to see. But where has it been, Mark? Where's it been for the last 3 weeks? It's mind-boggling. And I see Crystal's comment here about Levy ruined the season. Listen, I don't think he called a horrible game plan against OSU. Yes, Kansas was awful. SMU was awful. But the whole offense tonight, you didn't have the penalties, you didn't have the bad snaps, you didn't have the turnovers. You can't blame turnovers on Jeff Levy. To me, it was a combo, and they looked great tonight. And you got to have this the rest of the way. You got to win out because Texas, I'm telling you right now, Texas at Iowa State next week, Texas hasn't looked great, so they could easily lose that game.
Stogner was unbelievable tonight. And look, Stogner's been open all year, though. You got to admit, guys, if you've watched any of the games, Stogner stands open the whole game. I think there is a great attention to detail all week. They looked at some film and said, we got to be down the field better. They didn't throw many wide receiver screens. They kept one running back in for the most part, unless he was winded. Tolly Walker came in, but Sawchuk stayed there. And through a lot of, Stoops was open. Guys, if you notice, the receivers were unguarded most of the night tonight. Gabriel could have had 10 TDs.
Well, and the thing is, Dylan Gabriel ran the ball tonight.
Yeah,
and that's
what
Levy's offense, you have to have a running quarterback. I don't understand why you go games like OSU where he runs 0 times. I don't understand.
Mark, what you just said right there, I got some examples for you, Mark. Look, DG was dejected all last 2 weeks. I think he looked at it too, and they looked at film and said, hey, DG, stay in the pocket. These guys are running open. And I'll give you an example. We went out there at one time. I don't think the zone reads. A lot of it is Levy, guys. There's some things that are Levy. You got to admit that. They didn't do wide receiver screens tonight, really. He took that out of the playbook. Took it out of the playbook. But I will tell you this. There was a lot of zone reads today where Dylan pulled it out and hit someone over the middle of the field. He could have been doing it the last 2 weeks. They didn't. He wasn't reading it very well either. Some of those zone reads, you cannot blame the coordinator, though. That's all.
Yeah, but I do think, oh my gosh, you're right, Marjam. Get me the heck out of the Big 12. I hate the Big 12 and the referees. It's just
guys.
horrible.
The president of the university fist bumped Matoyer when he was walking off. He approved of it.
Yeah, it was getting chippy out there tonight. Very chippy. Hey, and can we just mention Drake Stoops? The guy's a legend. He's unbelievable.
And he's not just a legend. He's an elite receiver.
Yeah.
You're right, Mark. Pulled it and was over the middle, much needed. I think they saw – I wanted to see Arnold tonight too. Obviously, Lori, they're not playing him. He's redshirting unless Gabriel gets hurt. He's not going to see the field. He is not going to play at all. He's done unless Gabriel gets hurt.
Yeah, he's played 4 games, so if they put him in today, the red shirt was killed. But I don't understand the red shirting anyway. He's not going to be there 4 years, is he? 4 more years?
Yeah, no. Hey, the SEC chant was absolutely to snub the ref calls. It was atrocious, some of the stuff there. Grant Bricks, I heard, was in attendance. Jay, have you heard? Confirmed it?
Yes.
Trap House.
Bricks should have been there, yeah.
Trap House. 12 is – if he doesn't get drafted, it is unbelievable.
Oh, the way he runs routes, he had those guys spinning like they were in a spin cycle. And also, Drake Stoops, did you see that stat? First receiver to get 60 receptions in a year since CeeDee Lamb. It's
Yep,
impressive.
and it's the first
Impressive
it's the
stuff.
first 8 touchdown performance by a quarterback since 2000. That means Baker didn't do it, Kyler didn't do it, none of those guys did it. So I think here's what we got to say, guys. Overall, this has been the offense has been in a slump. Period. Last 3 weeks. Period. Okay, they got it fixed. I think here's what we can say. Gabriel maybe wasn't as bad as maybe we said he was the last 3 weeks. And Levy definitely wasn't as bad as we said he was, probably in some. It was situational, combination of a lot. If they could perform like this team would have been a playoff team. That's the sad part of it. West Virginia's defense was better than the last 3 defenses we played.
Well, and that's the frustrating part about all of it is look who they lost to. And I watched both those teams today. They're not that great. They're not even that good, I don't think. And OU just blew it. And they now those teams played up to the OU. They really played hard, like it was their Super Bowl. I mean,
thank you, Trap House. Don't be a bench warmer. Form tackle that like button. Like, hey, can we say Danny Stutzman back makes a massive difference? So, come on,
big difference.
OSU won.
How about the goal line stand again? First and goal from the inch-yard line, and they couldn't get in. DeJohn Terry's a beast up the middle. And, hey, Kip Lewis played good tonight. He missed a few tackles, but he is so aggressive. I love it. And then when Kennett got in there, guys, you could tell Kennett was trying to earn a spot back. He played freaking good when he was in there.
Yeah, and, hey, Heisman race, DG's not going to be in the Heisman race, in my opinion. He's not going to win.
Will he make it to New York if they win out?
I don't think he will. It depends on what Travis and the other guys do. But like Mark said, I think it was the 2 losses, the way the Heisman is, 2 losses hurt you. Number-wise, he's probably going to be good enough. But, I mean, what you can't say, though, you played complimentary ball with passing. Trap House called for complimentary ball today. Sawchuk goes over 100 yards in the first half, guys. 100 yards in the first half. And, guys, you realize in the first half, Stogner was standing wide open once. We missed him. We missed Stoops once. I mean, it could have been insane, the numbers that were put up. Those were easy plays.
How about Gavin Sawchuk? I mean, he's running way better. And I love that tonight they finally stuck with the guy. He was the number one, and they wrote him out. I mean, they brought Tawi in for a couple plays and then Smothers for a little bit, but they pretty much, gave it into Gavin's hands, and he played well.
Hey, Nick, you're right. Kenai Walker, they try to pick on him like a little kid, and he definitely held his own. Woody Washington, like I expected and like I said, was way better tonight. You're right, Sooner fan. Harrison's the guy that no one's counting on. He's going to be in New York. Jordan Travis is going to be in New York. Bo Nix, if they win tonight, he'll be in New York. Penix will probably be in New York. I mean, I don't think DG gets there, but
and complimentary football at its best. Greg, it was complimentary football tonight. Hey, admit when they jumped out on OU 7-0, we were all like, oh boy, here we go. But the offense answered, and they finally tonight extended the lead. And once they got the lead in the double 2 possessions, it was almost like the defense pin your ears back. Even though they still didn't did they even get a sack tonight?
No, we should have had one. He eluded us. Hey, the defense, I give the defense a B. Look, they scored out of the chute. They got some, but the goal line stand. This team is unbelievable at goal line stands in 4th and 1s. It's unreal. Guys, they ran a shovel pass to try to trick OU at the goal line, and they stuffed it. DeJohn Terry was elite there. Yeah, I agree. Win big games. And unfortunately, the 2 big games we lost, they weren't even big games. I mean, I guess they were, but that's 2 games you have no business losing or even being in. That's the disappointment. Clark says B+.
Yeah, he's not getting a Heisman, as they say here.
A- for Mark.
A- for the defense. Overall, the defense played really good. I mean,
Bowman was great tonight.
Yeah, Bowen must still not be healthy because I don't think he's getting a whole lot of run out there.
Hey, if we spend 2 seconds talking about Davis Bevel, Lori, we're done.
Why are we bringing Davis Bevel up?
I have no idea. Because he came in at the end.
I know, but still.
Hey, Grayson Halton absolutely needs more snaps. He about snapped Garrett Green in half from behind.
He did.
They
Hey,
came from behind him,
is
just
that?
swamped him.
Hey, the last touchdown by Stoops that caused all the ruckus. Big 12 reps should be ashamed of themselves. The dude, first off, they stood over Stoops, who's laying motionless on the turf. And then DG somehow gets knocked to the ground, and you got people in the dark just staring right over him. What a joke, Big 12. And
Hey,
out of that whole thing, there was not even a penalty. What a joke.
yeah, I agree. And Crystal, you're right. If there's one knack on the defense, it's they don't pressure the quarterback well. Now, Cannett came in and they finally started blowing the guy down the
But
middle.
that's blitzing. That's
That's
blitzing.
what I'm. That's what Cannett should be doing, though.
Yeah, but I want a defensive end to beat their man one-on-one. That's what I would like
Bothroyd
to
had a
see.
couple tonight. Bull rush. Adebore had one bull rush. That was
Not a
a
whole
clown
lot,
show.
though.
It was an absolute clown show in the end zone. The only thing that happened good for West Virginia where the lights went out.
Well, that's probably why the refs, I mean, I say that, but the refs can't see it with the lights on. I mean, the pass interference, they don't know what they're calling. It's unbelievable. Yeah, what is pass interference anymore, Blake?
Look,
I don't know what it is.
Dean Blandino, who I really like. I like Dean Blandino a lot on Fox, but that was targeting on Stoops. The helmet was hit, so I don't understand that. Peach Adebore's got to play more. You're right, Sooner fan.
Well,
He's
how
bull
about,
rushing guys. He's
yeah,
long. He's
I
rangy.
agree. I agree. Hey, what about the review of the targeting with RSJ on the punt? Why are you even reviewing that? And by the way, I got to say something. Freeman needs to stop trying to catch everything.
You got to try
If
someone else back there.
Well, no, if there's dudes around you, I'm sorry, get out of the way and not catch it. I mean, I
The
know the
one
guy
he
got pushed
caught,
in.
he caught on his back. He fell down. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
struggling.
struggling
He's
right now.
struggling, dude. He's
Hey,
got the yips a
did you?
little bit.
And I love this. I love this tonight about DG. Probably the most thing I loved, even better than this play, was his attitude tonight. He was fiery, dude. I mean, Freeman, 60 something to 20, whatever it is, and Freeman runs that route near the end zone, and DG just lights him up, dude. DG's ripping into him, man. Loved it.
Yeah, how's the
Loved
mic go? How's the house going, Mike? I appreciate you asking that question, Lori. Hey, I don't think. Have you heard on Eddie Pierre
I
Louis
haven't
said
heard if EPL showed up either. I would doubt it. I didn't hear. I don't think he did, but
go
I know
get bricks? Forget about EPL right now. Go get bricks.
you need bricks. You need bricks, and they had a good game tonight. So, hey, by the way, can we give some credit to Jacob Sexton? I mean, Guyton. Where did that injury come from? Where did that come from? Last minute they said
Hey,
Guyton's not playing.
Jay Guyton, no Deshaun McCullough tonight either.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Must be an
They're
injury.
hush hush on
Weird.
the injury, man.
They don't reveal any injuries, do they?
Uncle Charlie, he was definitely blocked into, but it was still a muff. They didn't even review that. He was pushing the back into the guy. So, hey, Sooner fan, I obviously wasn't. I was at a high school football game. I watched a live. I was on a bus watching a live when Jay said that. Obviously, he's embellishing the truth there. I hope Bricks is a Sooner too. The O-line guys was great. They gave Dylan Gabriel a clean pocket most of the night. He was actually able to look around and scan the field. And he did a much better job tonight of sitting there, going to his second read more than once or twice.
Lori Bricks was there. Unless something changed last minute, he was there. So, guys, Alex Grinch got fired, and still their defense sucks. Imagine that. But quarterback run game was great. Great.
Where's it been? As Trap House said earlier, I'm going to say his analogy. What was the quarterback run game on a milk carton? Because it's been missing in action.
Reggie did get a pick off the tip. That was a great play by Bowman on that play on the tip.
Who got an 85-yard touchdown on a slant?
Oregon. Just running against the air, man.
Dadgum Texas, guys.
Yeah, they struggled. I mean, hey, they may not win out. I think
Now, hey, if OSU loses another one, could it be OU Texas?
Yes, it would be OU Texas.
No, because Kansas.
K-State's going to whoop Kansas' butt. Trust me. I'm not even worried about it. K-State is going to whip them next
OU week. Owns the tiebreaker over K-State.
Yeah. K-State is going to whip up on Kansas next week, especially if they don't have Bean. It's over, dude.
I don't know that we're leading the country. I don't know if we're leading the country, but it's been great on the interceptions this year.
They got, the Josiah Wagner got one at the end. That was a great play.
Sooner fan. Uh, there's an outside chance not. There's an
No,
outside chance not winning the Big 12. They could still. He's saying not winning the Big 12. I still think they could.
they have to make the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, they would have to make the Big 12 championship. Kansas
Kansas
only
has
has
2 losses in the
two conference
conference.
losses, right?
Yes, 3
K
total
State.
losses.
K State has 2 conference losses.
Correct.
Woody Washington, Ray, I agree. Billy Bowman's great. Woody Washington was pretty doggone good tonight. He got involved in the run game. Guys, hey, Kendall Dolby. Kendall Dolby, man.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
playing really well. I really
He's
like him a lot.
hey, he's faster on the blitz. When he blitzes, he is faster than I thought he was.
Jeremy, let me ask you this: when Jackson Arnold got off on the phone, looks like he was going in. Were you about ready to wet your pants, weren't you? You were excited.
I was ready to see him. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I don't care who they play. Just play in the Big 12 title somehow, some way. Peyton
I
Bowen was
agree.
on the field. Coconut Greg.
Oh yeah, it was Jacoby. My bad. Yeah,
Hunter. Yeah, Jacoby Johnson.
he's a
Hey,
beast too.
he is big. Yeah. Hey, Hunter. How many plays do you think Bowen played? I thought it was 5 to 6, but Dolby is a dog. Galpos.
Yeah, I would like that too, Mark. But the only way that's happening is if Texas loses. Now, listen, don't count out Texas Tech to beat Texas. You know how that dude can coach.
Is it
big
in
game.
Lubbock?
No, but Joey McGuire is a pretty big game coach. Although I think the best chance is next week. At Iowa State. That's
hey, Hunter, if you get a chance, can you put up the maybe updated or list the updated standings in the Big 12? If you get a chance, please.
Dude.
Appreciate Hunter being on here behind the scenes, doing a lot, controlling the comments, guys. There's a lot of you on here. We're trying to get to all the comments. We appreciate all you guys that are our viewers nightly. I just love this community that we've built here, that you guys have helped us build, really. Yeah, bowl eligibility for Texas Tech. They got it today, didn't they? No, they've got
5 or 6
They've
wins
got
now.
5. There you go. Yeah, good job, Hunter. Good job, Hunter. Yeah, beating Texas in the title game would help. Look, hey, the only thing is, Jay, they're not. It doesn't matter who OU plays in the title in the Big 12 championship game now. They'll be in the New Year's Six bowl. So whether it's Texas or K-State or Kansas or OSU, they're in a New Year's Six if they win out and win the conference, right, Jay?
Yeah, they're not going to a playoff. That's right.
They're not going to a playoff.
Yeah, 100%. And but dude, Dylan Gabriel, I know Hunter's on here and he's going to say that he should be in New York. And listen, the sad thing is if he has a good game against Kansas and OSU, he's probably the front runner right now.
Yeah, probably is. Would be.
He's probably
now, here
the
you
front runner to win the Heisman if he plays.
Here you got to look at the standings here, Jay. Texas has 1 loss. OSU's got 2 now. OU's got 2. K-State's got 2. Iowa State's got 2, right? West Virginia now has 3, don't they?
Yeah.
So Kansas does have 3 in the conference.
Let's see. Kansas lost to Texas.
Texas Tech.
OSU and Tech. That's right. They lost 3. That's correct.
They've got 3. So here's the deal. It's really a 3-team race.
OSU, Texas.
And here's the deal. OU owns a tiebreaker over K-State and Iowa State.
Well, here's what's going to – it's either this. Either OSU loses to Houston or Texas loses. That's the only way OU's getting in.
Just OSU one or the other. One or the other has
one or the other has to lose.
Correct.
So one of those teams has to lose. That's correct, Sooner Surge. OU needs a loss from one of the two. Your best bet, it may be OSU going to face Dana Holgorsen, although they were losing to Cincinnati tonight at home. I don't know.
Hey, Hunter, Craig, I'm with you.
Who does OSU play the last game of the year? Do they play BYU the last game?
Who?
You could look. OSU.
OSU schedule. I'm trying to think. I think it's got to be BYU.
Next week they play at Houston. I think it's BYU the last game of the year.
Did they get BYU this year? I can't remember. Hey, yo, let's just beat BYU next week. Look, you play like I agree, Coconut Greg, but it's the consistency that's kind of been an issue for OU, obviously, especially on the offensive side. You know, you get Stutzman back, and Johnny, I agree, they should be undefeated. But here's the deal. You got to give credit where it's due. The coaching staff, Levy included, the team, that they obviously fought adversity and they came. Hey, even tonight, early on, you saw where Kobe McKenzie and Coey were about going at it on the field. You saw Stutzman. I mean, there was some passion tonight. Obviously, there's some upset players because of what's happened the last 2 weeks. But to get back on track, what a night tonight at the Palace on the Prairie. I thought the crowd was great. I thought it was loud, very loud at times. It was a fun game to watch, guys.
And Timothy says the same
resiliency, Trap House, resiliency.
Hey, and I think that's a frustrating thing, especially about the Kansas game, is Gabriel only threw the ball 12 times going to that last drive. How does a guy like this play the way he does? How does he throw the ball 12 times in a game? Are you going to let a little misty rain cause you to not throw the ball at all?
The Kansas game is the one I'm pulling.
That one to me is more baffling than the OSU.
Kansas, I'm pulling my hair out. I thought last week Gabriel could have been better to help Levy out even.
I agree.
Going down the field some, but he was definitely great tonight. You can't deny that. They both were great and elite tonight. Sacks. Yeah. Where are they? They're non-existent.
Yeah. And Lori's right about Iowa State next week in Texas. That's going to be a big game, and Matt Campbell will have them. They're going to be ready to go in the Big 12 Conference. Your Mark, you know who he's rooting for in that game.
Yeah. Well, but they don't even have to have that happen. I mean, if OSU loses to Houston, it's
yeah. Houston was losing to Cincinnati. I
think they lost to Cincinnati.
Yeah, they're not good.
I thought OU did honestly pretty well against Garrett Green. They let him escape once, and honestly, someone said that earlier in the chat. It could be why we didn't bring a lot of pressure, because you can't really let that guy elude and escape because he's dangerous.
No, I understand we didn't bring a lot of pressure, but what I'm saying is the defense beating their one guy is what I'm saying. Levy had some great play calls tonight. I love the way they used Stogner tonight. I don't really remember seeing – I know he's been open some, but down by the goal line, they used him really well. And then the pass to Jaden Gibson, obviously, where's he been? All the guy does is make plays when he's in there.
Yeah, I mean –
that's what he does. And
I can't.
I think there was less than 3 wide receiver screens tonight.
Oh, for sure. Anderson got the ball early and often. They can't stay with Anderson. No one can guard Stoops. Gibson's so tall and long. If they would just throw the ball down the field more,
there were at least three what?
Well, what they did different tonight, Jay, is they did a quick pitch to Farouk. It wasn't a wide receiver screen.
Yeah, it was a little different, but
Stogg was a captain. Stogg was a captain this week. We talked about it on our captain's video, and he showed out tonight. And he was also, along with DG, one of the first ones in the mix down there. And he caught that one after that little debacle of brawl that was going on. And he was saying something to the West Virginia guy. I loved what I saw out of Stogner, guys. I absolutely loved it. I wish we'd have run that all year to him down the middle of the field.
Yeah, and let Dylan run in the red zone. That play where they move the running back up a little bit in front of Dylan Gabriel, and he runs behind him, the quarterback power. I love to have seen that last week against OSU. I don't understand it, but it's baffling. We can't live in the past, man. We can't live in the past. It's over.
Saltchuk, he showed himself tonight. I mean,
he was very patient tonight. I liked the way he ran, and he broke some tackles.
Mark, you're right. Someone owes the viewers a mustache. He couldn't do it. He fell short just like OU did the last 2 weeks, Mark.
What are you talking about? Me?
You, Jay. Your mustache.
I shaved it. I shaved it more on Jeremy because they lost to OSU.
Jimmy.
Wait, no, stop. What are you talking about, Jeremy?
I was just responding to Mark. But, hey.
Why don't you say what you feel?
I will, Jay. It took you 7 days. We had 7 double troubles.
Where's yours?
I shaved it after the game. You never had it.
Hey,
I'll tell you where Jimmy Satterfield, I'll tell you where Stogner's been all year. Sitting in the middle of the zone wide open all year long. Don't throw him the ball. They don't throw him the ball. He's been in the middle all year long.
He's been open.
It's not like Stogner's come out of the game.
Okay, but you're acting like they should have been throwing it to Stogner when you've been on Stogner all year saying don't throw it to him. He can't do anything with it.
No, I never said he couldn't catch. I just said he didn't look very athletic. But Jason, we've also said Dylan Gabriel's not dumped it down very well because he always goes to his first read. Tonight, he looked through. Hey, viewers, am I wrong? Did he look through his progressions more and make the throw that needed to be made instead of just going hike and throwing it? Yes, he did.
I agree with that.
Watched some film this week. They sat down, watched some film, called the right plays. Thank you, Stephen A. Smith. That's right. I'll take that again as a compliment, Ray Gunn. Jimmy Satterfield says 100% as far as Stogner still wide open. Yeah, tonight DG did, Coconut Greg. Best offensive line performance. They had probably their best lineman out. Rain was great.
And just to say something, McCain Latour is not out the first half next week. It was not a targeting. The unsportsmanlike is a different rule on that, so he should be playing first half.
Hey, I do want to go to what Uncle Charlie says here. Look, I do too. Brent Venables said there's an area we need to be better, and I'm not saying what it is, but could that have been it? Because, I mean, the OU did not change their offense over the week. They didn't call a whole new scheme tonight. They just did a lot better in what they did and executed. Trap House, he scanned the field, took the high percentage tosses.
And he didn't look gun shy. That's correct.
And he still, missed two. The Stogner in the end zone on the bootleg, he was waving his arms. You can't miss that.
He waited too long to throw it, too.
He missed Stoops twice. Good night, Johnny. Thanks for joining us on here, Johnny. Appreciate you.
Yeah, better execution, better play calling all around. That's what it is. That's what's going to happen when you do that.
It's a combo effort.
Do we make it more difficult than it is sometimes? That's all it is, right?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like basketball. If the shot goes in, you look good. If it doesn't, you don't.
You know what else they didn't run as much tonight, Jay?
What?
Go back. I want you to go back and watch. The Farouk slant pass? We throw a lot of slants. He looked off the slant and went to Anderson across the middle of the field twice.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, he threw the slant. So it's not a play call on those two. Fewer silly penalties. They were way better disciplined tonight when really they could have been really undisciplined at the moment. That was righteous anger is what I'll call it there at the end of that.
Hey, and we opened the Rolodex. You know what's sad is I sent a GIF out, a GIF, whatever you call that thing, a meme about a Rolodex. A lot of these young people, they didn't know what a Rolodex was.
Jay, you're showing their age because they didn't know a Rolodex, and you just showed your age because you called it GIF. You didn't even know what it was.
What do you call it?
I don't know because I'm old.
Exactly. So say it. What do you call it?
I'll call it a GIF.
Okay, so why are you laughing at me?
Hunter, am I right? Is it a GIF? Hey,
why are you laughing at me? That's what I said, is it not?
One pre-snap penalty. So much better this week. Hey, now here's the deal you got to ask yourself. And look, I've been so critical of Levy. When that offense is going, you can't stop it.
Jeremy, you said he won't be back next year is what you said before the game.
Yeah, I have said that.
So do you think he will be back?
Well, you know why I said part of that was because.
Do you think he'll be back next year?
It depends on the off the field stuff if they're done with the Art Briles stuff.
But do you think he'll be back next year?
What is that? Mark? What's Mark's? Is that a Rolodex?
I think so. Or
a typewriter?
But Jeremy, how confident are you that next week they're going to have the same performance?
I don't know. I'm more. Here's why I'm more confident.
Why?
The personnel decisions tonight.
I agree, but what makes you think next week's going to be the same?
I think they all sat down and had a come to Jesus meeting and said, "Hey guys, look, let's not do this stuff."
Well, they should have done that after Kansas before the biggest game, which was Bedlam.
Hey, Brent Venables, offseason, all we've heard, we didn't throw. I agree, we didn't throw behind the line of scrimmage near as much. I hope there's no goose eggs next week. Hey, but I do want to bring something up because I agree. Levy has been so bad, okay? So bad, especially at times. He's been really good at times. Gabriel, you could say the same thing about, but OU ran the ball 2 times in a row, and I'm getting blown up on text messages like, here we go, Levy. Here we go. Going into a shell. And if you go look at it, the second down call, it's a zone read. Stoops is running down the middle of the field wide open. So some of that, Gabriel's got to pull the ball out and make the right read. So it's just hard unless you go look at every play to blame one or the other.
I agree with you. Yeah, BYU's awful. They're bad.
Yeah, and hey, I like what Jesse says about growing because honestly, we've all questioned, has he ever uh, called plays before OU? I don't think he had. He may have thought he did, but
Yeah, but listen, I think his main problem over the first 2 years has been like even last year, the last few games, they looked so good for a half, and then they would just look awful the next half. The biggest problem he's had is he's been, I think, a little bit of this, where they'll look when they do like this tonight, dude. They're unstoppable. I mean, they look like they're unstoppable on offense. But then you see something else next week, and it might be bad. So I think he's got to balance that out and be a little more consistent. I think that's the main thing.
yeah, hey, break it in LTV. I was thinking there was going to be a little turtle shell going into until the brawl happened, and then OU obviously wanted to pour it on again because they go down there, or they wanted Gabriel to get 8 because it happened. It was a record that was set pretty much or since 2000. So,
Dude,
hey,
Stoops on that one play, that defensive
Jimmy
back.
Levy's not consistent. I agree. Neither is half of the offensive unit. Cohesion more than anything.
Well,
Maybe you wear unity the rest of the way. Do we have a white unity uniform?
oh, hey,
Something
by the
on the
way,
road?
let me just say something about the uniforms. Hate them. Hate them. The Unity uniforms, hate them.
Yeah, I'm not. I like the
I don't
uniforms.
like.
I don't like not having the names on the back.
I would hate. I would hate to be Toby Rowland on the game tonight because you can't see who anybody is. The numbers, you cannot read them. They're awful. Either outline him in a different something where you can see him. I bet Toby Rowland was pulling his eyes out tonight. It's awful.
Mark, you did call Sharon Moore. It's one we talked about. Definitely look good. He may be the Michigan next head coach. You never know. Depends on what
And
happens.
and Hunter, I saw your thing earlier where you said, "Wow, Jay, is that because of the uniform thing?" That's because you're a young pup and you probably like changing uniforms every week. I don't like
We're a
it.
traditionalist, Hunter. We're a traditionalist.
And
Hey,
I don't have great eyes, Hunter. I'm old. I need to be able to see the numbers. Okay.
hey, someone mentioned about Levy, Dahl Post. Dahl Post mentioned it. I've been the same way about that. I have said I've been very critical of Levy, but when things happen that are good, you got to give him credit. He was great tonight. I've been very critical of DG. Got to give him credit. He was great tonight. Doesn't mean you can't bash him when they're bad.
Hey, and by the way, for anybody worried about next week, it should. I mean, if OU plays good, they should dominate. Iowa State's at 24-7. Still 6 minutes left in the second quarter. They're stomping BYU. Okay. OU should stomp them if they play well.
Yeah,
So
that should not
let's
be a
hope that
game.
OU shows up.
We got the insider there and BYU, right? Blake will drop us anything. Blake, you're going to be at that game, correct?
I
Rough
do love the
Riders are the
Rough
best,
Riders,
Craig
Craig.
says.
Love them.
Craig from ATL. Craig in the ATL. Maybe we'll get to a Sooner game in the ATL bowl game. We'll see.
So let me throw this scenario.
It won't be 11. It won't be 11 o'clock.
Hey, let me throw this scenario.
I promise you that.
If Iowa State loses, or if Iowa State beats Texas next week, I think it's OU Iowa State.
Yes.
Isn't that correct? You don't get Bedlam.
Because
so
Iowa State beat OSU.
The only way, there's no way to get Bedlam them if you're OU.
No, that's it. I think 230 is a good guess.
Am I right on that?
I think so, Jay. Iowa State beat OSU. That was one of their losses. So in Iowa State, the three options are OU Iowa State, OU Texas, OU OSU.
It can't be OU OSU.
Yes,
How? The only way that happens is if Texas
you're right. That was assuming OSU went undefeated the rest of the way, which
it'd have to be Texas Tech beat Texas. That would have to be the Texas loss for OU to play OSU.
Yeah, but Jay, you are right on that. Hey, Blake. Yeah, I was going to ask Blake. He's our Utah viewer. Appreciate you, Blake. Weather has been good, a little cold, but not bad. Weather won't be a problem. There you have meteorology, Blake Mangum on site there.
That's true because I do think Iowa State plays K-State at the last week.
Caleb Stacy, thanks for being on the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. Post-game live here. I didn't recognize your name, so thanks for being on. Fourth down stand was amazing. And you know what's amazing about it? It's like the fourth one of the year. That's what's amazing about it.
Well, and the thing
This isn't
is,
a fluke. They're
and it's
so good
not,
on short yardage, guys.
and it's not third and fourth down from the 1 yard line. It's first through fourth from the 1 yard line. That's what's amazing. And BYU game's going to be at 10:30 next week. I bet you they're going to screw OU over. They're going to put it really late at night.
Oh yeah,
because they want the closest turnaround time to come back.
Oh, now Hunter does bring up a point though. Iowa State on the road at K-State, so it could be OU.
Yeah, so you still could, but
Urban, I remember those unis.
I want listen. There's only one alternate uni I want to ever see ever again, and it's never happened. I want the all red, all crimson, all of it.
Yeah, that's
all crimson. That's what I want to see. Hit the like button. That's right, Lori. Hit the like button.
Front seven was outstanding tonight. What was the tiebreaker scenario up there? It said beating Texas, making a 3-way tie.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
But OU owns the tiebreaker over both. OU's the 1 seed.
Correct.
Texas owns it. Oh, no, then it would be OU Iowa State. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Be OU Iowa State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ISU holds it over OSU and over Texas.
Yeah. So you need Texas to lose or you need OSU to lose next week. That's what you got to root for.
Guys, we still got 10, 15 minutes. We don't want to get off here early. A lot to talk about. Thanks for being on here. A lot of viewers on here. Thank you so much, guys. One way you can help the Sooner Surge out is continually liking the content that we are putting out. That is one way. Anything else you guys give, we appreciate anyway. But we really just appreciate the community on here. Even Timothy, we were able to talk during the game through the chats. Timothy called it a couple things this week. We actually, need Oklahoma to win out.
Good point, Mark. Very good point. Mark.
Hey, I think the time, it's a 6-day window, so it should be released tomorrow, right, or Monday?
It'll be released tonight, probably.
Maybe tonight, Blake.
Yeah, sometimes it's late in the evening on Saturday night. So we should know sometime tonight. I would think probably Iowa State, Texas, maybe that might be big noon.
Yeah, Hunter says tomorrow night. Hey, let me ask you this, and I'll tell you all you guys something to think about. I don't give Houston one chance except for the fact Dana Holgorsen wants to destroy OSU. That is the best thing OU can have for them right now. Dana Holgorsen does not want OSU to beat them.
How could you pick OSU to win after today?
Because Houston's bad.
I know, but OSU looked horrific.
Ryland, I know one of those was due to lights. The one he dropped and then recovered, went back and recovered. He was coming out and he was looking at the lights, talking to DeMarco Murray. Hey. The other one he got blocked into, but even the third one, guys, he fell on his back to catch the ball. He's not comfortable. He's got the yips a little bit.
Well, I think part of the problem too is he tries to catch everything. Sometimes you're better off just letting the ball bounce. I mean, and he's not going to return it, so not always. I mean, I think he caught one inside the 20 today on the fumble. He got it back, but
I agree.
19-7 Oregon. They're going to score 50-60.
Hey, break it in LTV. Ollie Gordon has been hurt for the last year. Every time he gets tackled, he's hurt. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
Hey, the OSU fans that were on OU about the Texas win and then celebrating, doesn't look really good in their mentions right now. I'll just say that. And you'll never going to see OU get beat by that much.
No, I think what this game did tonight, and Craig, you're right. I cannot believe that. That's Gundy for you. Listen, I think what we can say about tonight is this. OU by far, outside of Texas, I mean, OU by far is the best team in this conference. They just goofed up 2 weeks in a row. They beat themselves. They have not lost to anyone in this conference except for themselves. They have only themselves to blame, and that is the most disappointing thing about this team. Are they light years ahead of last year? Absolutely. Both sides of the ball.
Coconut Greg says we benefited that Green's not accurate. That's true. He did have some guys open, and he wasn't very good. But you know what?
We knew that going into it, though.
But didn't I say, though, if OU could get a lead, the quarterbacks are playing different. They could never get a lead on Kansas by more than 3 points or whatever. Same with OSU. If OU would have scored and went up 11 against OSU, I think Bowman folds.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the tweet, Uncle Charlie, from former Oklahoma State beat writer Jenny Carlson, but yes, it is absolutely, they say, an automatic,
And that's a joke.
unsportsmanlike when you spike the ball. But I don't care; it was worth it at that point. He did walk to the sidelines. Drake Stoops walked to the sidelines and was pointing to his head. He knew that he missed it.
Yeah, we should have beat Kansas and Okie State. That's all there is to it. I mean, you know what would be so funny? I think even more funnier is that OSU beats OU, and they think they have a cakewalk basically to the Big 12, and then they don't even end up being in the Big 12 championship game. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, Kimberly, you're right. Exactly. Hey, Hunter, go back up to the comment about, I think it was Jesse, about OU without Andrel Anthony. Well, I mean, he didn't play the second half of that game, did he?
He got hurt in the second half of the Texas game.
And here's the other thing. Texas is not world beaters right now. I wish Quentin was on here, our one Texas fan who, for some reason, joins the Sooner Surge chat. I don't know why, but I hope he gets on here because he was bragging about Quinn Ewers being back and how dominant they were going to be, and they barely beat TCU. So let's not think that Texas is world beaters right now. I know Texas wants another shot at OU, though. I do know that. Andrell does come back next year. Andrell
BYU's
comes
defense
back.
awful.
And I don't know about you guys, but
31.
I'd love to see. I can't wait to see Jackson Arnold sling the ball around the yard in this offense.
I can't wait to see that either. With his arm talent,
you got to run him though too.
You got to run him. Hey, and nationally, guys, I think SEC could possibly get 2 teams in. Georgia steamrolled Ole Miss. Alabama looks really good.
Hey, you're right. Break it now. Good to see so many people on this. Let me take a chance here to say something. We're on every night, guys. It's not just after a football game. We're on 7 days a week, 9:30 at night, 45 minutes long, talking all Sooner sports. I don't think he might never play Coconut. I think he's never going to play a meaningful snap at Texas.
Wait, what are you talking about, Mark? Are you being serious about this?
He's sarcastic, Jay.
Okay, I was.
Andrew,
yeah, I would think.
If you believe that, Jay, you got issues. I'm serious.
But maybe he wanted.
Yeah. Hey, can we stop for a second? I got it. Anyone who questioned if Nick Saban was done coaching, come off it. People said he couldn't coach anymore. Can't change with the times. It's Nick Saban.
How about the Washington guy that almost cost them a playoff berth, basically?
Yeah.
Did you see that guy?
You talk about a team that keeps squeaking by. It's the Huskies.
Yeah, and Penix didn't look that great today, and their defense is not very good. Utah had them. I think there's no way. I think they beat Oregon in the Pac-12 championship. I don't think that.
O-line next year, because we lose some dudes, man. Guyton's going to be in the NFL.
You think he's leaving?
Yes. Raym
will be back, I think.
Will he?
Matauer's gone.
Matoyer's gone. Rouse
was gone. So you have 3 or 4 difference.
And you got dudes, though. You got Josh Bates. You got
I love what I see from Sexton. I love what I
see from Sexton.
Yeah.
Caden Green is unreal. He was great. So solid tonight.
Caden Green was really good tonight. I mean, really all around, they got guys. That's the thing on both sides of the ball, and you got more guys coming in. So
I'll be interested to see if Grant Briggs has a commitment tomorrow.
Hey, I think I would give it till maybe midweek, but I would think if he doesn't commit by Friday, he's probably not coming to OU. That'd be mine.
Hunter says a transfer out of the portal. Sexton, Green, Bates, Heath Ozziata. That's the other one.
Ozziata
mentioned. Will we get Bray Walker back?
No, he transferred out.
Yeah, he gone. Oh, is he saying he's going to come back? Yeah, Jordan Seaton is the guy that visited Colorado, right?
Yeah, but I've heard that Oregon's in on him now, and if Oregon's in on him, he might be tough to get a chance at him. You got to get Bricks. Period. You got to get Bricks.
Daniel Akinkumi is so raw. Barely played football. Just a couple of years.
He made the Under Armour game.
Yeah, he's going to be special, I think. We had him on for an interview. If you have not checked out that interview, go back and look for the Daniel Akinkumi interview on the Sooner Surge. It was awesome. This
Yeah,
dude's going to be awesome.
and so, Heath Azida, they really loved too. He just came in late. He wasn't an early enrollee. So, I mean, they got dudes,
I
but
agree, Sheldon.
hey,
Sheldon, Briggs
Schmidt
is
made
a
a field goal
must.
tonight.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Hey,
is a must. He is a must.
Briggs is a must, and I hope it happens tomorrow. Honestly, if it takes longer than a day or two, then it's not good for OU, in my opinion.
You're ridiculous, man. Wake up. More than a
This
day? What do
this
you
recruitment
want
has
guys to
continued
commit
to
right
go on.
then, man?
I think it's close to a decision, Jay.
Okay,
He's been
Jeremy, but
very
it doesn't matter if he's
he's been
silent
very
committed
quiet
tonight.
on the whole thing, though. Very quiet on it.
He has been, but even if he's silent commits tonight, I wouldn't expect him to announce it like tomorrow.
Maybe not. Craig says
I
by
agree with
Wednesday.
Craig. Wednesday or
Craig says
Friday.
hump day.
I mean,
Can they get Bricks on hump day and get over the hump and maybe be a top 5 recruiting class, Hunter? You
I
think they
agree with
get top
Jimmy.
5?
I agree with Jimmy. I think Bricks will be a Sooner. And they had a good haul of recruits there tonight. That's for sure. And I know Hunter's on here. Hunter, you're dead wrong. You are dead wrong, Hunter, on your take early in the year about Missouri. Missouri's freaking good, dude. Missouri destroyed Josh Heupel today.
What was the final?
I was like 34-7 or something.
Yeah, they're better than even I thought. Their quarterback Brady Cook's really good.
Why do people think Williams Nwaneri is flipping from there?
I don't know. Here's a question. Any flips you guys predicting? I wouldn't say flips. I mean, there's going to be some guys out of the portal for sure. Did A&M win today?
They were killing. Yeah, they were destroying. They were playing Mississippi State. Mississippi State, man, they're not good.
Hey, can we talk about a guy from Tennessee right now?
Who, Josh
DeJohn
Heupel?
DeJohn Terry's good.
I agree. DeJohn Terry's really good. He's
Is
an
he
SEC
done?
type guy.
Is he got another eligibility with COVID or is he done?
Who?
DeJohn Terry.
Yeah, he's back next year.
Okay, I mean that's huge. 405
And I
boy,
agree
yeah,
with
Williams.
you.
I don't think Williams is coming either.
I don't even think that's going to even be snipped. I don't think that's happening. So I don't know why. Like today, you saw Hayes Fawcett tweet out the flip season, and I saw all these OU fans tweet on Williams Nwaneri. I mean, if they get him, they get him, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. Kip Lewis's athleticism, guys, he's special. Lewis Carter's another guy that's got so good athleticism.
Apparently,
Coach
Lewis
McKenzie,
Carter on special teams is playing really good, I heard.
Yeah, hey, Kip Lewis had that one where he went up high and made the QB miss that play. He jumped high. He's very athletic. He did a couple times in coverage mess up, but he was pretty good again tonight. Appreciate you, Timothy. Thanks, man.
Timothy.
Appreciate it.
That.
Let's read that comment there. 10-2, Drake Stoops he's the best. Love me some Stoops. Absolutely. Ceiling is top 5. Our floor is just top 30. Yeah. And hey, I don't know what else you can say about Drake Stoops. It's unbelievable. Is he the best? I mean,
is he the best what?
I'm trying to think how to word this because he has
You're
just
not going to say
improved
best receiver at OU.
I'm not saying no. I mean, no, because he's not near as God gifted as some of the other guys with the size. But if you want to talk about look at the numbers in the last few games, Jay. Hunter, what were his numbers in the last 3 games combined? If you can get a chance.
I'd be interested to know that as well, Hunter, if you could throw that out.
Last 3 games.
Because
it's scary good. It's D.D. Westbrook, CeeDee Lamb good, promise you. Marvin Mims tweeted out tonight that he should win. He said Stoops for Heisman.
No, and Clark, I agree with this. I agree Stoops is the best receiver on this year's team. I thought Jeremy was saying in the history of Oklahoma football. So, wow, look at those numbers. 24 catches, 300 yards, 4 TDs. Wow.
That's 8 catches a game, 100 yards a game, 1 TD a game.
Hey,
that's
another game today where Lane Kiffin goes up against the big dogs and gets destroyed.
Oh yeah, they're done. Hey, and Georgia's the number 1 team in the nation, guys. Hey,
yeah, there's your numbers right there.
Hey, Hunter, can
Wow.
you what's his season? Because Ray's asking about 1,000 yards. I think he can get it.
Hey, Jay, that's a great comparison, really. Love that comparison.
Absolutely. If he doesn't win the Burlsworth Trophy, it's an absolute shamble.
Is
What?
Mark talking about today or early in the year?
No, early in the year.
That's
Hey,
what.
Colorado lost again. Deion's not it. Sorry. Deion is not it for the head of the
Jeremy,
program.
he's the best coach. He's the best coach. And did you hear him say?
Deion Sanders is not a head football coach. I
Hey,
hope
how about?
Deion hears it. You can listen to me, Deion. You ain't it.
Hey, he's coming.
He's not a head coach
He's
material.
coming, dude. Hey, they're coming.
Okay.
Hey, hey, did you see him on 60 Minutes when they asked who the best coach is? He goes, "Where's the mirror? Give
Oh,
me a
yeah.
mirror."
Hey, 70 con time. Jay. Hey, Deion and Gundy in the same conference is golden. What was that? So he had 692 yards. He's got to get 308 in 2 games.
He could do it, but you got the bowl game too, or
Oh, he'll
maybe the
get it.
big,
Yeah.
or the Big 12 championship.
Ray Gun, he'll get it. I think he'll get it. Counting the bowl game. And if you get the Big 12 title game, you for sure get it.
What's the score on that game, guys? On the
I
Oregon
don't
game,
know. Yeah. What's the score in the
con
Oregon
time.
game? Yeah. 19-7. Caleb Williams has thrown in the
Okay.
towel. He's thrown in the towel. It's the same towel he cried on last week. He probably kept it and just threw it in and handed it in. Deion, man. He's to have such a great
Well,
start to this year and just a debacle every
hey,
game.
you know who the most surprising team may be in the whole college football? Arizona.
Break it now. Are you an official or are you playing softball, men's league? Let me know, man. Yeah, let me
Caleb
know if
has
you're
the
an
ball,
official
third
or
down, 21.
umpire.
Third and 21.
Jay, have you seen the video that the throw god did on Lincoln Riley?
No,
Neither have I. I got to see it.
I have to go check that out. Same towel he lays to paint his nails on.
Yeah.
Hey, I think if they lose tonight to Oregon, which they're gonna, I don't think he plays the rest of the year.
Probably not.
I think they still had something to play for tonight if they were to win, but after tonight, I think he's done.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing
Yeah.
anymore.
Talking down the offensive lineman, there's a whole lot he's done.
Okay,
And
let me
guys,
ask you this, Jeremy.
let's summarize tonight, Jay, just with a statement for you. We'll each give a statement here.
Go for it.
I'll just say that overall this team got back on the winning streak because of just elite execution across the board. It was great to see the team get back, fight some adversity, even in the game with West Virginia scoring first. And if you can just get a little snippet of this, couple drops of this, and put it in something, I take that juice the rest of the year.
Yeah,
It was
and
special tonight. It was special.
it was special on both sides of the ball. A complimentary game. You had probably the best. I mean, I don't know how many yards they rushed for, but Salchak had, I think, 77 or 80 in the first half. So good game for him. Balanced attack with him and DG running the ball. Very good on third down and completions. So overall, I mean, obviously DG played a heck of a game. So got to give kudos up to that. As Clark says, hell of a night, really. I mean, Levy called a great game. Here's the thing, though. What you cannot have happen is next week throw a clunker out there. You got to build on it and finish off strong because that's been the problem is the consistency of this offense. It's been very
Yeah.
inconsistent.
I love how Coconut Greg ends it here, and I think that's what I will end it with. Coconut Greg, with your comment. Tonight summarized. Complimentary football, loads of passion. That's what it was. Thanks,
That's right.
Coconut Greg. Thanks, all you guys. Timothy, thanks for the super. Appreciate you guys liking. That's a way you can help us out because literally we're just on here really pretty much every night, basically with you guys rolling out Sooner content. We love it. Thank you guys so much. Couldn't have been better for Oklahoma. Big win. Got the losses we needed. Sleep tight, Sooner Nation. What a night. Boomer.
Sooner.